Really, they haven't happened with our mummy, apart from the very initial stages where you get biochemical change to some of the tissues, which is why his lip has started to curl back.
Clearly, something strange happened to this monk, something that halted the natural process of decay. That night, back at base, the team tried to make sense of the conflicting evidence they've gathered.
But then he wouldn't have had this strap around his neck. Plus, we know something about these straps as being used in meditation, for meditations.
But we don't know if the strap is contemporary with the mummy until we do a carbon-14 date on the strap. If we do and get the dates as being similar, then you can say there was something very strange going on.
So we've got to get carbon-14 dating both for the mummy himself and for the strap.
Yeah.
From the evidence that you have supplied me with, I think the curvature of his neck, for example, shows that he was in this posture for a long time. Therefore, I think that his mummification was not the result of what people did to him after he died. I think he was a participant in what happened to him. I really feel that I need to find out what sort of meditation practice he was following. The book isn't closed on this case yet, but I think I know where to go. I think I know which direction to head.
Good luck.
Yes, indeed.
The next day, the other researchers head back to Britain to run the crucial carbon-14 tests. But Victor remains behind. His path is about to lead him to a much less scientific world, a mystical world of strange powers and ancient wisdom. First, he heads back to Manali to visit one of the oldest sects of Tibetan Buddhism. They're known as the Nyingmapa, and they are the guardians of the most secret forms of tantric meditation. Victor wants to find out if the mummy could have been engaged in one of their rituals. He has a meeting with the Spiti Tulku, the spiritual leader of the group and a master of tantric meditation.
I'm fine.
Victor shows pictures of the mummy to the Tulku in the hope that he may be able to explain the mummy's posture.
The mummy is seated in an unusual posture.
Yeah.
Why do you think he was doing it in this very, very unusual way?
Maybe he has like a special method.
Unique
Yes,
method.
unique. And also he's using that gomtak, you know.
A belt?
Yes. Sanskrit they call rishi. Rishi.
Yeah.
The Tulku explains that the belt helped the monk maintain the rishi, or sage posture, and kept the knees drawn up to the chest, a posture just like that of the mummy. The Tulku also suggests that the monk may have been practicing one of the highest forms of meditation, called Dzogchen. These advanced yogic postures also employed a meditation belt to free the body and travel deep into the mind.
Dzogchen is very secret.
Very secret.
Many people, they don't use it in the outside. When they practice very secretly, then they used.
I see.
These techniques are believed to create immense physical power, so powerful and dangerous indeed that a master would only pass them on verbally, and only to one monk at a time. It is also said that an accomplished practitioner of Dzogchen meditation can harness his mind in remarkable ways at the moment he dies. According to Tibetan belief, such a monk can channel his spirit, allowing his flesh to revert to its original form, pure, white light, energy released through the head in an explosion of color, the rainbow body. a sign of passage into nirvana. But where does the myth end and reality begin? If he is to understand more about mental powers of the mummy and how he came to be so preserved, he needs scientific evidence about the effects of Dzogchen meditation.
The only place in the world that I know of where they're studying this phenomenon scientifically is in Boston.
It's time for Victor to head back to the USA. The search to explain the mysterious mummy of Spiti Valley has taken Victor Mayer from the mountains of Tibet to the skyscrapers of Boston. For years, Dr. Herbert Benson of the Harvard Medical School has been conducting experiments on Buddhist monks from Tibetan monasteries to assess the effects of meditation on the body's metabolism. His research has provided a remarkable insight into the ways the mind can alter the functioning of the body.
What we found with respect to their oxygen consumption, in simple meditation, they decrease their metabolism upwards of 64%. And this was the largest decrease in oxygen consumption that was ever recorded in experiments by a simple restful procedure.
Carefully monitoring a form of Dzogchen meditation known as Tum Mo, the yoga of inner heat, Benson came up with even more intriguing results.
What we found initially in Tumo was that monks were able to increase their skin temperature in environments of 50 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit.
But that was just the beginning.
Well, what we found in these monks in very cold environments of 40 degrees Fahrenheit, wrapping themselves in wet sheets, these monks astoundingly could increase their temperature enough to get the sheets steaming and dry the sheets. You and I would go into uncontrollable shivering and perhaps even die of too low blood pressure. They were quite comfortable there simply by performing their Tumo meditational heat yoga.
When asked how they do it, the monks describe relaxing, focusing on their breathing. They picture air coming in and out as a kind of energy. They visualize it as a flame, a fire coursing through the chest. Dr. Benson has shown that anyone who performs the initial steps of meditation can have a significant effect on their body. Meditation can help the treatment of stress-related health problems, such as anxiety, depression, high blood pressure, and cardiac irregularities. But can Dr. Benson's evidence about the physical power of Buddhist meditation help us understand what happened to the mummy of Spiti Valley?
Learning about Dr. Benson's work has given me a glimpse of the tremendous powers that the Tibetan mummy might have possessed. If they could actually dry icy sheets using heat visualization techniques, I wonder if the mummy could have dried his body the same way.
Could this really be the explanation for the mummy's death? Could it really be that he literally dried himself out?